Hello friends, welcome to my channel. So pack your bags and let's go camping because that is today's theme. So for the base color, the top portion, I have applied Paparazzi in Lakeside Breeze because I kind of wanted a dusk kind of look. The bottom portion is Candy Mayo 961. And at first I just brushed each one on and then I took my sponge and dabbed over the colors just to kind of get it somewhat a little bit more blended. It really doesn't matter too much because of the images we're going to apply over it. So we're going to be working with plate M101 for maniology. So first, I'm going to get this image, but I'm actually going to take off the tent and the little fire thing because I want to do something different. So for the tree portion and this mountain portion, I'm going to use Emerald City B514 for maniology. And for the water and the sun, I'm going to use maniology's Acorn B498. So I'm going to try to get both of them on there because this tree and the top of the mountain are solids. I am going to reverse stamp, of course, but this will just make me have the color tones I want. And the reason I want to take off the the tent in the fire pit is because, oh, I'm doing this the wrong way. My bad. I meant to do this one also. Is because I want to place a different image here. It'll all make sense in a bit. So these colors, I know they're going to end up blended together. That's okay. I'm going to make it work, hopefully. So take off the tent, take off the fire pit, and we'll be like left with this, which is totally fine. Okay, I'm going to go back to Emerald City. I'm going to get this portion of trees here. We're going to go ahead and place it down since they are solid. I'm not going to get the stars at this time. If I decide I want them, I'm going to come back for that. So because we've got this as the base color, um, it already gives you that blue sky background. And because of the color tone I chose, it gives more of the kind of evening time, late evening time look. Okay, so I'm also going to go ahead and take this portion of trees here. Go ahead and get them placed down as well. Right, so now I'm going to go to get this road. Now, you're going to probably wonder, why did I not just use this whole image? Well, I wanted the trees, which this part has trees plus the mountain, but I want to take the road. So what I'm going to do for the middle portion where it has the lines, which may end up covered up anyway, but just in case not, I'm going to go to Maniology Bam Watt B170 just for the middle portion. And then for the sides, I'm going to go back to Acorn. So I'll end up reverse stamping this, but I want the road and see how it's going up and down. For the image I'm wanting to do, I'm gonna want it to go side to side. So I'm going to be turning it, which is why I'm picking it up or doing it differently than what it appears on the plate. Okay, so the white barely showed up anyway, but that's not too big of a deal. But I'm gonna end up needing to do this twice because I'm gonna be putting it like so. Oh, sorry, you couldn't see that. Um, that way I get it across the nail. So I'm gonna do this again and be back. Okay, so I've got a couple more samples I can go ahead and use before I reverse stamp the road. Let's get this image here. I'm going to use Maniology Spin White again for that because it does have some solids and those portions I will have in white. So, okay, I didn't like that pickup, so I redid it. Didn't really make much of a difference, but that's okay. We're going to leave this one. Okay, and we're also going to go ahead and grab this tint here because we took this one off, right? So I want to use this one. And this one's, I'm picking up an Acorn. Okay, got those extra bits off. So real quick, I'm going to go ahead and get the roads painted. So I'm going to use Maybelline Serene Steel. Okay, I had made a big mess, so I had to clean that up. So I'm just going to use the gray just to make it look more like a road. Here I done cleaned it up, and here I'm going to end up needing to get more out. Oh, sorry, I thought that was in frame, and it was not. Now, I have been noticing some of my colors are starting to peel up. Not quite sure what if it's because they're getting old, if there's because there's not so much in there. And what I mean by that is like a while ago when you saw it make that hole in there. Okay, there's one. So I'm gonna do the other one off camera and be back. Okay, so I'll let those dry. I'm going to color this in with LA Colors Maryland. I thought that would be cute. A little retro looking trailer. Okay, I don't want to place it on that window right there. Okay, so I'm gonna turn it to help me. How are you doing today, friends? Hope everything is going well. Seems like life has been really crazy for a lot of people, myself included. So I'm just turning it to work around it. And again, I'm leaving that space for the that window. I don't want that one in red, that part in red. Hold on a second. All right, I'm gonna take Color Vibe in Frosted Petal for those window areas. Just to me, gives it a windowed look. Now this window had some white on it, but there was still a little piece that did not. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and place the road so I can free up these stampers. It almost fits, but not completely, which is why I did two of them. So let's see. Let me hold on. I might try to take off just the very tip of this one. Let's see if I can like push it or do something to. Okay. Wondering if I can push it. Yeah, that way it widened it a bit by doing so. So then we'll connect them. Okay. Now we have a road. Oh, the other one. I was gonna peel it off, but it's tucked itself under. So this one I'm peeling off and tuck what I can't. Okay, so set that one aside. All right, so now we're gonna use that freed up stamper, get Acorn, we're gonna pick up the fire pit. I also had picked up, what is this piece? Okay, guess this piece of the fire. I did clean off my scraper card so it'll pick up better. And then let's also go ahead and grab these s'mores sticks over here. Okay, so we're gonna reverse stamp this image. So for the water, we're gonna use Candy Moyo. Oh, there it is, 928. Tell you what, friends, pretty sure yesterday and today, I was all right earlier for the most part. I kind of think I'm having small panic attacks. So I feel that chest feeling. If you know, if you have panic attacks, you'll know what I'm talking about. Um, and I have uh was taken off my old medicine, started a new one, which I guess would explain that. And I've been under a lot of stress, so I know that does not help. But I'm hoping that'll kind of work itself out. Otherwise, I guess I'll have to go back on the other one. But I needed to try something different to see if it would help me. But we all know panic attacks ain't fun either. Make you feel like something's really wrong, right? Okay. So this is a different blue than the background color. That way they don't blend. Okay, so I'm just making messes today. I'll have to clean that up in a second. I'm just going to take the same green I used for the bottom portion of the nails. I'm going to use this for the mountain area because I want it to look like greenery versus, snow or whatever. You could see, and that's the thing. If you wanted it to look like snow, then of course you'd pick up in white. Um, could do it in a blue tone, whatever you're wanting your background scenery to look like, you just pick it up in the color that would, associate with it. Okay. And because it's just that larger area, I can just swap it on like that with the brush itself. Okay, so the sun is setting, so I want to use paparazzi. It's dandelion fuzz. I already opened the top, so I'll flip it for you here in a minute to show you. I don't think I need quite that much. Okay, let me show it to you. These don't have numbers, they're just the names. So while the other stamper's drying, we're going to take new color 997 for the logs here. I'm also needing to like try to calm down. I'm rushing, trying to rush myself because, friends, I have been having a hard time not being able to film because just all the things. And so now that I'm having the chance to, which I kind of had to push it to be able to have that chance, I'm trying to rush so that I can do it. And that does not help a panic situation. Okay. Okay, for the fire area, we'll take a portion of Dandelion Fuzz and a portion of Paparazzi Be Optimistic and kind of put those together. Okay, so I'll just go back and forth between them. Yeah, so I had been getting these messages saying we're having like this fire ant invasion. I was like, what? And I kid you not, now I'm seeing them and they're like large. Like, not like those, velvet ants, not that big, but larger than our typical fire ants? Like, that's weird. How are we having an invasion? Okay, so let me get a little bit more because it's pilling up right here. And then I also need to grab my small brush because it's got those ones that are like, what do you want to call that? Like flying off like this. Embers? Is that what it's called? Okay, let's look. So I'm getting ready to place this image so I can kind of move forward. So do any of you guys like to go camping? And what kind of camping? Are you a tent camper, RV camper? So I'm a glamper. I need to have or prefer to have water so I can have my shower, use the restroom, that sort of a thing. I do enjoy the cookout. I enjoy just sitting there relaxing as long as the bugs will leave me alone, which rarely happens. So I'm concentrating to where I wanted the placement. Also, I'm just using a regular base coat for the application to make it stick on there. So this portion here that because the tree was just a smaller tree, I'm just gonna take, let's see, what did we use? That was Emerald City. So I'm just gonna take some of my brush and we'll just color that side in. Just grab a little bit on here. We'll just go through, see how it left that spacing. So we'll just make it. Okay. Okay, so if you watch my channel, you know I like to add some things like this color to the water. So just touch my brush to it and add some of that. Just gives it kind of like that water look. So I took off the tent and little fire pit because I don't know about you, but if I'm camping, I want to be by the water. So our little retro RV trailer is going to be by the water because we're camping by the water, friends. So I see that shimmer on the water. It's like a little painting. All right. So we're gonna come back to our plate and we're gonna get the little van here. So I'm gonna pick that up in Acorn. Okay, getting extras off and set that to the side to dry. Okay, so for our s'mores, or I guess I should say our marshmallows, we're gonna take Candy Mayo 938 to do for an off-white for the marshmallows. I think I got a backup of this color because I do like it. It's good to use as an off-white or even like a really, really light gray. It's kind of like a white gray. Kind of can go either or. Okay, so I've gone back to new color 997 we used earlier. Some color in the sticks a little bit. Now, if I stick to my original plan, we're not going to be needing this entire image, but I'm going to go ahead and color it just in case. Okay, so for our tent, we've already got quite a bit of blue, so let's go ahead and stick to our red for that. You just turn it a little because I did get over just a little bit. Sometimes turning it will just help you stay in that main line. Okay, let's come back to our plate and back to Emerald City. Let's go ahead and get this portion, but not the road. I'll just take off any extra I don't need. So right now, taking off the road, taking off these little bits at the top, which are like birds, but I don't need the birds for this. Okay. All right, so for our little van, I'm going to go ahead and add this color for the windows. Okay, for the tires, I'm taking the gray we used earlier. Then I'm trying to decide what color do we make the van? Okay, let's go with white. We'll do color vibe white out. So I think the windows have had enough time to dry, so I can just plop this over. Looking to see if I've missed any spots. Because it'll still match the little RV portion. 'Cause I didn't want it to look like a hippie van, but I still wanted it to sort of match the RV. Okay, so I'm gonna do the same thing I did earlier. Just plop on that same color with this brush. One bird is on there. It's okay. Actually, I'm just gonna get a little piece of tape and take that little bird off. Okay. Oh, let me show you guys. Okay, so I was back and forth on which one I'm placing on here, but we're gonna place the tent on this one. Okay, then let me see. So I'm gonna go ahead and go back to the plate. Let's go ahead and get some stars. Let me see. I've got maniology's Yuletide Yellow B533. So let's add some stars to it. Yeah, can't really see them too well, but I'm gonna do that. It's got some over here I could add. So I'm gonna do it until I get it the way I like, and I'll be back. Okay. And you could also just tap someone with a brush. But I decided to put the tint on this one. So there's a little bit of spacing between this one and the little RV and uh because of the other one as well that I'm fixing to place, which I'll explain as we go. Okay. Because I had debated on putting the tent here or the fire pit here. I really want the fire pit here, um, but I know I have the trees in the background, but we're just gonna pretend like they're far enough back, there's not a problem. And I needed a bit more space because I really want to take the s'mores and turn them sideways to kind of add them onto it, like so. Okay, and then this one, of course, is gonna get the van. So I think I'm gonna have to I can see the shimmer on the windows, but the white kind of it still showed through. So I'm gonna have to do something to fix that. Let me think and I'll be back. Okay, so I added gray instead. Once that dries, then I'm gonna reapply some of that shimmer over it. Okay, so I did that window situation. Now I'm gonna add these mountains and trees here. Okay. Then I'm gonna come back to the plate and I'm gonna get Acorn and pick up No, I changed my mind. We're gonna do Bam White, and we're gonna pick up Happy Camper. Could also do Camp Life. I don't know. I was back and forth. Now I'm thought I made up my mind. Now I'm back and forth again. Yeah, let's go with Happy Camper. Let's just do it. I like the way this is written, but I just like Happy Camper, what it says. Okay. I feel like I could get that a little bit better, so I'm going to try and be back. Okay, got it. Get it placed. By the way, I I got some of that sticky putty and I put some more on these tips to make them things stay. It's like if they don't stay with all this on there, then something's up. So yeah, I think we're done, guys. I think I've added everything. You could add something to the main nail, but I think that's good. Like this one, you could add a little something if you wanted, but no, I think I'm gonna leave it like this. So, our camping nails, because I want to get through my like just different summer manis that I had, in mind. And this was one of them. Okay, so we got the mountains, little bit of them trees there, happy camper. We've got our van driving on the road. Got the mountains with the little peekaboo sun going down, the water. Wanted the little RV, retro RV there to camp. It's got the tree there. And then we have our fire pit with those trees in the background, our little s'mores coming off from the side. Kind of like somebody just over there, they're doing their little s'more treats. And then our tent under the stars. So I didn't want to put mini stars. I wanted it to be kind of dusk-like. And since the sun, it's still going down, I didn't want stars throughout. I just wanted them a little bit on this one because, sleeping under the stars. And I actually almost made this video under 30 minutes. Wow. I say that because I'm always doing such long videos. But of course, you could add any little things that you wanted to. So thank you so very much for watching. I do greatly appreciate it. I will list the maniology products in the description box. And until the next one, have a blessed day and I love you, friends. Bye.